Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Qualcomm's Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Paul Jacobs.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for being here. Now, I know Qualcomm's not exactly a household name, so maybe I start off by saying, how many of you in the audience know who Qualcomm is? How many of you think we run a stadium? Seriously, a good way to ask, though, is how many of you have a 3G cell phone? Because it's Qualcomm technology that's inside all of those 3G cell phones, and our chips are in a large portion of those as well. Now, why are we here at CES to talk? We're here to talk about the convergence of wireless and consumer electronics, because it's happening in a big, big way right now. Now, one area where wireless connectivity is already having a huge impact is computing. And we all know this, right? I mean, people are doing their computing, their email, their internet browsing, this kind of stuff on their mobile device. So we put a lot of effort into creating a new computing platform called Snapdragon. And there's great interest among our partners in Snapdragon. In fact, there are 15 different manufacturers with 40 different smartphone and smartbooks now in design. So you already know what you can do with your smartphone and the mobile internet, right? But imagine having all of that stuff, plus you have access to a rich high-def display and a keyboard that makes it easier to type and input information. It's going to be a whole different way to access the mobile internet. So that's this category that we call smartbooks. You take this really fast connection to the network, this always-on connectivity, it's always with you experience, you have it all day long. That's the experience you have with your smartphone. Now you give it a bigger screen, bigger keyboard, maybe a virtual keyboard. That's going to change things. So we got another partner here to tell us about the world's first smartbook is Lenovo CEO Yongqing Yang.
So while we think the traditional notebook will still play the key role in the mobile internet age, but it can no longer fully satisfy people's needs. People want more of smaller form factor devices, light and sleek. So they want the machine to be easy to connect to the network and even always on. And they want the devices tailored for the internet content rather than for the office use, just Word Office something. So we need to extend the PC's reach. We believe two new categories are now emerging and will become big businesses with hundreds of millions or even billion units sold around the world. So you should be very happy with that.
We're happy with that.
So they are the Smartbook and the smartphone categories. So thanks to our cooperation, so now we have the best solution in these two categories. So this is Lenovo's first smartphone. We call it Lenovo phone. So we introduced it on Wednesday at the CES. Actually, I don't think the phone is the right name for this kind of devices. So it's small, but it can do much more than just making a call. It's a full function mini PC, just like what you talked about. Of course, this device is powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon. The second product is what we want to focus on today. The world's first ARM-based Smartbook. We call it Skylight. As you can see, so maybe we should have a picture here. It's thinner, lighter than any other notebook or netbooks. It's always connected and has an all-day battery. And it was designed with the internet use in mind. So now I would like to invite our Skylight project leader, Peter Gaucher, to show you some more on what he can do. Peter, please.
Thanks, Yongqing.
We're very excited about this new Skylight product, and so I'm going to give you a little quick tour here. As you said, this is first of its kind in a new category, and we were, with the help of Qualcomm and the Snapdragon processor, able to create a very sleek, stylish device, a mobile web device. And you can see it's got a generous keyboard, large trackpad, HD quality screen. It's as thin as my smartphone, a little under 2 pounds, and fully integrated 3G, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth. But the hardware and the form factor is great, but that's only really half the story. But the real magic in these devices, I think, and you guys talked about it, is user experiences that are really tailored for the mobile web. So we designed a user interface that's focused on how we think people are going to use these kind of products. Active web gadgets, you can see I've got access to all the things that I'm going to want to do: email, Twitter, all the social networking applications, YouTube videos. This is one of the first products to have be running Flash 10 on our own product, in a full screen experience. So that's news as well. These gadgets can be loaded from the bottom. You can have as many as you want. I can flip the gadget over, change settings. I can move it around. I can go to another page and have as many of these as I want. Also have a lot of media. This is not just about browsing anymore. We have to have access to movies, music, content, etc. The other thing is, once you want to work more actively in a particular application, we have this view that we call 3-space view, where with the high-res screen, I've got room for a full-size web page, no horizontal scrolling, and access to my gadgets on the right. So today's web user isn't just staying in one thing. They're bouncing back and forth between Twitter, changing their music, updating their Facebook pages, etc. So we're connected live to the AT&T network here, and Paul, I thought you might want to do a little tweet to your fans. I think we just lost our connection. Great keyboard, isn't it?
It's awesome. So I hope you could do that every day in the future.
I'm in. You know what? I'm leaving with this one, so don't go too far.
So, thank you very much for your partnership.
Thank you very much. That's a great demo, awesome device. Looking forward to seeing it in the market. Thanks a lot. I'm very pleased to invite my friend, Mr. Todd Bradley, Executive Vice President of HP's Personal Systems Group. Todd. Yeah, happy New Year to you.
Great to be here.
That's awesome. So, I was thinking, we're seeing this change in the way that consumers are behaving out in the market. Are you seeing the same kind of things that we are?
Absolutely. We see connectivity as really the next evolution in mobile products. I remember your PDQ a few years ago, wearing a few suits, but the way people connect to information that's important to them, whether you and I do it as we work with each other, whether we do it with our families, our friends, that's what's so critical today, that simple connectivity. And working with partners like Qualcomm helps us do that.
Okay, you guys are the largest technology company. How do you respond to this kind of a shift in behavior?
Well, first, we'll probably show you a few things in a few minutes. But I think what's important is how we embrace new partners to help us bring these experiences into the marketplace. How we deliver simpler, more personable, more connected experiences.
So we've been talking a little bit high level. Let me ask you something really specific. Got any plans here for Android and Snapdragon?
Well, we're not going to make any announcements today. But you know how interested and focused and frankly committed we are to this space.
Absolutely.
You saw us do a couple of things earlier this week with the Slate form factor. Clearly got lots of interest. Now, let me have my friend Andy come out and demo some products that we've been working on with your teams.
Let's check it out.
Thanks, Todd.
Hey, Andy.
So what we're showing today is our Snapdragon-based netbook that's running on the Android operating system. So obviously with Snapdragon built in, this has a 3G data modem. It also has Wi-Fi and GPS capabilities. With Snapdragon, we're able to make really thin device. And even though it's thin, it has all-day battery life. And this device has been designed from the ground up to support Android. You'll notice it has menu, back, and home, the features you'd expect on an Android-based product. It also offers always-on, always-connected computing. So if I say shut the lid, the device stays connected to the network, and I still receive my email. And then when I power it back up, whether it's a couple minutes later or 6 hours later, it's instant-on connectivity. So your email is already there waiting for you. As you'd expect with an Android-based product, we've got a touch screen that can move to the different panels. We've got an app drawer that we can open. You can move your settings around. And so the things you'd expect on an Android-based product. We've tweaked the UI a little bit to take advantage of the larger screen. We've added a launch strip along the bottom, where you can see we've got a camera, file manager, we've got messaging, we've got a browser, and I'll go to launch the browser. And you can see we've got Facebook coming up. We've also added tabs so that you can have multiple pages open at the same time. Quickly running through, you can do obviously your email, you can connect to Exchange with RoadSync, and if you receive an attachment, you can open that with Quick Office, and you can see your Word, your Excel, PowerPoint, and PDF documents. Moving on, we also have a photo application where I can see my various photos, and we've worked on a new innovative UI just for showing the capabilities of the Snapdragon chip. You can flip through and see your pictures and show them to different people quickly. And last but not least, we've got a new music application that shows the capabilities of all the onboard storage of storing all your various songs. So we're very excited about what HP is going to be able to do with these great new technologies. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. That's really, those things are awesome, huh? Go on to the wireless network to access information. And one really critical technology is this display technology that we've been creating. It's called Mirasol. And one reason why we started developing Mirasol is just in response to the shift that we saw, where people are spending more time looking at their phone than talking into it. And we think that trend is going to continue. And there's two critical things that relate to that change. So one, obviously, is battery life. I mean, it's clearly impacted by the fact that you're using the display all the time, since much more power is needed to backlight the screen. The other thing is you want to use your device anywhere. You want to be able to use it when you're inside, but you also want to be able to see the screen when you're outside in bright sunlight. Now this technology is really cool because the way that it makes colors is through interference, similar to the way that a butterfly's wings reflect colors. So you've seen e-ink displays in devices like the Kindle. So this display technology does the same thing, except does it with full color, and it does it with full motion video. We got a little demo device here, and we think that really the next generation of e-readers are going to have a full color display. They're going to consume less power. They'll be video capable and sunlight viewable. So what's going to happen is this new functionality will allow not just books and black and white text, but glossy full color magazines to be online. Think about it, they'll be real time. So they'll be updated and with video and video advertising. All these things are going to be possible in there. And we're ramping up to commercialize these capabilities towards the end of 2010. And we'll see this, like I said, initially in e-readers and Smartbooks and other types of devices. So you can kind of see the kind of quality that you're getting off of these types of devices. It's really kind of a cool technology here. So you can see, for example, you're scrolling through the magazines, and then we can zoom in on them. You can see that it goes through the pages. There's a butterfly. Anyway, so it's really cool. You get you can actually see the video running on this stuff. Now, obviously, we're not going to be making these devices. This is really a demo, and we'll be working with partners, as I said. Okay, so we talked about education. Now let's talk about another important area, healthcare. So you're probably sitting there